Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Cloud Study Jams Northeast 2021 Part 2. We're going to be dealing with infrastructure. So again, thank you so much for joining. I'm Roman. I'm the GDG organizing lead at GDG Lawrence. I'm also a GDG mentor for the Northeast. Again, like I keep mentioning, this event is a joint effort of multiple GDG chapters, GDG Lawrence, like I said, myself, GDG Capital Region, Linda Kovac, she's available right now and on deck to help you guys out. GDG NYC, Anna, she's right there on deck, an expert in cloud, so we should be able to help you. GDG Boston Android, some of the folks are here as well. The same way with GDG Manchester, New Hampshire. Doug, thank you for joining and bringing your people along. The same way, GDG Sun Coast, all the way from Florida. So thank you very much, guys, for joining.
And Kevin again, from GDG Lawrence. So don't forget Kevin.
That's right. Oh, Kevin, thank you. Kevin, thank you again for again supporting all our efforts and always being part of these great events. So thank you so much for joining, everybody. Again, everybody knows, but I'll explain it again. What's a study jam? So remember, study jam is exactly what we're doing right now. Is this community event where we try to learn together. Great technologies coming out of Google. In this particular situation, we're doing cloud. We're focusing on cloud. So we're doing cloud study jams where Google has committed to bring proficiency of the cloud to millions of developers, millions of people who are interested in learning cloud technologies. And this is exactly their initiative, spreading the knowledge about cloud. And with this initiative, we also want to contribute and do that with our community. So that's why we welcome everybody to learn with us about cloud technologies and specifically on the Google platform. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. Again, I'm Roman. I am a Google certified professional cloud architect. I'm also a Flutter GDE, but here I'm as your mentor, as your assistant to provide you insights and to help you out with the code labs and showing you the ropes on the Google Cloud. So Linda, I don't know if you want to say a few words, or Anna, if you guys want to introduce yourselves. Again, like I said, these are great people from our community that are going to be helping us.
I don't know what to say more. So I'm a Google Cloud Certified Associate Engineer, and I'm also Google Digital Google Cloud Digital Leader Certified. I'm a GDG Capital Region Lead and TakeMakers Ambassador, and I am software engineer at Accenture, and I will be here to help you all in chat if you have any issues today. With the quick labs.
Thank you very much, Linda. Anna, you want to say something?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining, taking time of your Saturday to learn new things. Congrats. You heard Roman and Linda are certified. Those are the hottest certifications in the industry standard. So this is a great beginning, and we're here to help you on your cloud journey. Enjoy.
Thank you, guys. We also have, again, Doug from GDG Manchester. We have Kevin, also from GDG Lawrence. We have so many community leads who are going to be on deck helping you guys through this journey and helping you through this specific Quick Labs. So we're going to be distributing 1 monthly subscription of Quick Labs. So please pay attention to the steps that we're going to be providing so that you can get your monthly subscription. You can get as many badges as you want, spend the whole month like learning hands-on experience, which is very rare in the industry, where you get hands-on assistance with the actual product, but in a very secure sandbox. So please let's take advantage of that. So exactly, we just Siva from Toronto, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Let's proceed. Again, some of the logistics on the Cloud Study Jam, as always. Today's quest we're going to be talking about, and we're going to be dealing with also infrastructure, just like last week. But this one is doing performing foundational infrastructure tasks. You're going to be hearing about cloud buckets. So we're going to be doing cloud storage. So we're going to be like uploading files. We're going to be using Cloud PubSub, cloud functions, which is like the crown jewel of serverless under Google. So we're going to be doing cloud functions and all of that, like all that good stuff. We also have challenges. I know a few people may have had some issues with the challenges, but we're here to help you out. Even myself, like I completed this very recently and I made sure that at least I knew the steps so that I can help you guys as well. But yeah, today's quest, you get this badge. It's kind of like a badge about performing foundational infrastructure tasks. So we're here to support you through you getting this badge. And this is the second week. This is October 16th. So we are focusing on the performing foundational infrastructure. So please stay tuned so that we can distribute those quick labs for you so that you can complete all the quick labs. Here we have also quick labs based on the Google Cloud Console, which we will also show you a little bit of that. We're also going to be doing more on the Cloud Shell. Those of you who, like me, had a dream of becoming like a white hat hacker. When you go inside the Google Cloud Shell, you feel like, oh, like, yeah, let me start doing commands and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. So you're going to be learning all of that through this quick lab. So please, I hope you guys enjoy what we have for you on deck and so that you can accompany us in this journey. The next week, please sign up. The team is going to be dropping the link for next week's, which is the last series. The last session in this series is a 3-part series where we're going to be doing machine learning and AI. So you don't want to miss that one. This is like one of the hottest like topics in the industry. So you want to be able to get ramped up and get knowledge on ML AI on the Google Cloud. You will definitely leverage that. That would be great. And that's next week, so make sure to sign up for that. Today's agenda, let's try to see if we can stick with it. But again, what we are prioritizing in this session and all the sessions is you. If you're having any issues, we're helping you out. We don't have to stick precisely to that. Let's try to. But if you're having any issues, we are prioritizing you because we want to support you through your journey in learning Google Cloud technologies. Okay, so we're doing the welcome introductions and whatnot, and immediately we're gonna set you up with quick labs. Then we're gonna proceed with study jams, doing like performing some of those great quick labs. If we get a chance, we can do a little break, and then we continue right after that. At the end, we're gonna have a raffle. And this is what we're going to be raffling. So please stay all the way through so that you can actually, Prakash, we will be making the slides available. We could, but remember, like whatever we're doing right now only applies for today because even like the quick lab code only works for today. But as far as like the other stuff, I can definitely share that, of course. That's totally fine. I'll even drop it in the Slack channel later today. But let me talk about the raffle. Today's raffle is a Google Nest Hub Max, not the little one, the one with the screen, but the big one. This is a $229 value. Paul can testify of that. He won last week and he already got it. So he's enjoying. He told me he was binge watching Netflix movies in there and doing a bunch of cool stuff on his Google Max. So yes, please join the social media raffle. Maybe Anna, you might want to share a couple of bits on the social media raffle. I don't know if this is a hashtag. I mean, I can.
It's very easy. You just need a Twitter account and to use the hashtag, which I'm typing now.
Yeah.
Cloud Study Jams. Also, you can see it on the screen. We'll pin it to the top. Anytime you want to share your experience, what you've learned, whatever you feel like, you'll be entered into a raffle by sharing that hashtag on Twitter.
On Twitter. Thank you, Anna. So you see, that's so easy as you just sharing the hashtag or your experiences in this Cloud Study Jam or anything that you've learned in here in this community event with the hashtag Cloud Study Jams, you're automatically entered into the raffle. So do it anytime throughout the development of this session, and you'll be entered to win a Google Nest Hub Max, not the little one, the big one. I keep stressing that. It's not the tiny little screen. It's the big one. So please go for that. Yes, join the raffle. Thank you. Google also, it was also valid to mention that this is for US attendees only, or if you have a US based address. So if you, let's say you're somewhere not in the US, but you have somebody in the US that can receive it for you, give us the address, give us the information so that we can ship it to you. That way you still qualify for this raffle. So that was good to mention it there. Oh, there you go. See, Paul is sharing already. Says great screen, image quality is fantastic. I wish I was an attendee as opposed to an organizer, because I want myself one of those. So
me too. I have all of the Google gadgets, but this one. So we should join the attendees.
Definitely, yes. Please, somebody organize it so I can join, and then I can win one of these. So yes, please take advantage of this. We have so much great stuff for you guys. Thank you, Linda, for sharing as well. So again, you can also join the Google Cloud community. It's a great community. I'll also be dropping that link, or the team can drop the link in the chat. The Google Cloud community, you can even earn other types of badges in there as well. You can talk to the community at large. You can learn from them. There's like forums. You can drop your questions in there. If you want to do let's say you want to do a certification, you are in your journey towards getting a certification, or even learning just the cloud in general. If you join the Google Cloud community, you would be able to tap into the vast amount of resources and other members who are in the same journey as you, and you can help each other out. So you can join the Google Cloud community. Definitely, yes. Paul, you have the chance to enter again. There's no discrimination against that. So post again. There's nothing stopping you. You will have two. That's the thing, definitely. But yes, great. Linda just dropped that link right there. Please join. It's an amazing community. Now,
by the way, Roman, remember we discussed if somebody gets the same prize, we can give them an option to choose something similar for the same value. So Paul, it's your choice. Paul. If you are the lucky winner.
That applies to you, Paul. If you don't have to have the same one, you can tell us within the same price range, of course. You can get something else from the Google store, and then you let us know, and then we get it for you. But yeah, please enter in the raffle, put the hashtag Cloud Study Jams, and get on a chance to get an amazing Google hardware. Awesome. Thank you very much, Anna, for mentioning that. So now, please pay attention. Those of you who are new, or even if you are from the previous session, and let's say you have another account that you're using it to get more of the Quick Lab goodness, you can do so, but you make sure that you follow the steps to the T. Like otherwise, people might run into some issues by getting the Quick Lab credits. So is everybody ready to start so that you can get a monthly subscription of Quick Lab credits? Let's do it. Okay, just try to build up some momentum there. Okay, perfect. So the first thing that we're gonna do, I'm gonna start Marjorie. Marjorie, yes. Thank you again for joining. Yes, that was awesome. So I'm gonna get out of the presentation so I can show you exactly how to do it. So I'm gonna join with a brand new account that I don't have Quick Labs, so you can see how to get the Quick Labs. So I'm going to, the first thing that you're gonna do is, if you currently have a Quick Labs account, let's say if you go to your browser, and then if you go to quicklabs.com, the team is going to be dropping, or I can drop this link on the chat. If you currently have a Quick Labs account, so that you don't eat up on your existing credits, make sure that you're logged out of it. Make sure that you completely logged out. So here, if I go to quicklabs.com, I can see whether I'm logged in, because it says sign in. So I'm not signed in, right? So make sure that you're completely logged out of Quick Labs. Good. That was step one. Step one, do not be on Quick Labs at all. Now, go ahead.
Can I ask you a favor? Can you show people how to join in incognito?
That's exactly where I'm going next right now. Perfect. And thank you, AM, for bringing it up. So look, in order for you now to complete step 2, you need to do the following. Let me just move this out of the way. Let me just show you let me just bring the presentation again. Sorry about that. Okay, so there we go. So that's the presentation. So we say step 2. Now, step 2, we're going to go to Quick Labs but we're going to go first in incognito mode. So first incognito mode, let me show you how to do incognito mode in Chrome. In Chrome, I'm on a Mac right now, but in order to go in incognito mode on Chrome on a Mac or Chrome in general, you go to File, New Incognito Window. It has to be an incognito. Let's say if you're in a Windows machine running on, let's say, Edge, it might be like private browsing. Or if you're in Safari, it may be like private browsing. Here in Chrome, you have to say File, New Incognito Window. You click on New Incognito Window, and you get this window with the guy, with the little guy in the hat with the glasses. So make sure you're in incognito window. Let me do it again. Don't even proceed yet. Make sure that you're out of Quick Labs, and let's do it all together. In Chrome, you click on File, New Incognito Window. When you click on New Incognito Window, you're gonna get a little guy with a hat and the glasses, like that icon. That means you've gone incognito. This is so that now it doesn't like tap into your cookies or the things that you have currently set up for your existing Quick Labs account, just in case you do. But if you don't, even better, because we should be in incognito window even when we're doing the Quick Labs. So is everybody okay so far with the incognito window? I'm going to assume everybody is. So now that you're in incognito window, let me just move all these windows out of the way. And while you're in incognito window, now we're going to step 2. Step 2, you're going to go to the Quick Labs Study Jams link, which we will be dropping. Oh, Linda already did it. Thank you so much, Linda. Linda just dropped the link. In your incognito window, you copy that link, you drop it in the chat. Right? I'm sorry, you drop it, the one that is in the chat, you drop it in your browser. So it's go quicklabs.com/Cloud Study Jams 2021. Make sure that when you're in incognito window, you see this screen right here. So in incognito window, remember, File, New Incognito Window, you drop that link, you hit enter. When you get to incognito window and you land on this page, all of us are going to go to the second box under infrastructure modernization. Last week, we did create and manage cloud resources, which was that quest, that batch. In today's session, we're going to be doing perform foundational infrastructure tasks. So everybody should focus on this second box under infrastructure modernization. And now click on enroll. So everybody on that link, click on the enroll button right under the badge that says perform foundational infrastructure tasks. I'm clicking on enroll. Hope I'm not going too fast. So I'm clicking on enroll. Good. Now you see that everybody should get this pop-up window that says enter a code. Now we're going to be distributing a code right now. Is only valid for today. So lucky you guys that are here, because this code only works for today and only for the folks that are here. Some people might be joining through maybe the YouTube right now through the live stream, but it would only work for today. It doesn't work for tomorrow. So only for today. You're going to have to type it exactly the way you see it. There is a 1 S as in Sam dash Lawrence dash 2233. No L's, no capital I, number 1, then an S, and then the Lawrence 2233. So now let's grab that code. Let's grab the code. Let's go back to our incognito window, and you drop that code right there in that pop-up that just came up. After you drop the code, you click where it says I'm not a robot. You complete the CAPTCHA. You hit the button that says submit. And then you land right here again. Like sometimes you get like a CAPTCHA. Now you need to enroll in the quest. So that was like a double tap. First you click on enroll, you land here, you get the pop-up. Now we're going to enroll in this quest. If you just scroll a little bit lower into that same perform foundational and infrastructure task quest, if you scroll down, you will see this button that says enroll in this quest. Everybody, please click on that button. And when you click on enroll in this quest, now you'll get prompted to log in. You will use your account, the one that you want to apply the monthly subscription to, using preferably a Google account. So I'm going to try to log in with a Google account. I'll click where it says sign with Google. I will bring an account, a Gmail account that I want to apply this. I will put the password. When I hit next, I will get probably a two-factor authentication verification, which I will right now confirm. And I'll hit yes, it's me. I will go in. And then I'll say I'm not a robot. Of course, I accept the terms. And then it will land you right back into the same, you know, kind of like see, it gives you like this overview of this thing. But when you now show your account, you should have like enough credits for you to now sign up for that. I think you have to go like through the, what is it? Like you have to go through the steps so that then the subscription applies. For you, you have to kind of like wait a little bit long to like do like a little bit of that. Let me make sure that I'm. So is everybody there also like right back to here? I think I may have joined using an email password. Yeah, Raj, join using an email and password. Okay, so you will probably then have to create that Quick Labs account. If you have a Gmail account, it's much easier for you to do it. I haven't tried it with a regular email and password, so you can just go with any Gmail. So I can even try another Gmail account and then try to join. You should be able to then have enough credits to complete like the first Quick Lab, and then you get the monthly subscription. So for example, here, I'm trying to see, I think I may have used like let me try this again, sorry. Because I think I may have already used this account for this. So if I go to my quest, for example, I want to be in the first one, right? So the first lab is the one that you need to complete. It says that I have 4 credits. They usually give you like enough credits for you to complete the first one. After you complete the first one, and then you spend like about 5 minutes in the lab, then you complete it. Make sure that you complete it. When you refresh the browser, when you refresh your session, then you should be able to get monthly subscription. So I want to wait for everybody now to be at the same point where we are in the first quick start Cloud Console lab so that we can proceed and get the monthly subscription. Is anybody in the chat having issues? Can I use the same Gmail account that I used last week? GV, so if you use the same from last week, you may not, it may not overwrite it. It's because the fact that you already got the monthly subscription in that account you use it, because I tried it already, believe me. I try to see if it will reset it for me. It doesn't reset it. What it does, it just keeps your previous one. My suggestion to you was, if you don't care about the badges too much, you can use another. If you care more about the knowledge, like getting knowledge on Google Cloud, you can use a separate Gmail account. Then you get the monthly subscription, but that starts a week later. So now you have one account that started last week. Now you have another account that starts this week, and then you have a monthly subscription for one more week whenever you're learning about the cloud and getting more badges. But if your concern is about getting badges, you can stick with the original one. Can the team maybe confirm that also as well? I'm pretty sure that's what goes on, because For me,
if it was for me, Roman, I will keep the same account because
Yes.
when you want to share in LinkedIn, you'll have all the badges in the same account. So
there you go. There you go.
if you have another account, you'll have to put different links, but in this way you have a collection like your wallet with all your. And today we will show you how to share your badges.
That's correct. That's correct. Exactly. So you see, like even Linda already confirmed that aspect, that if you really want to show off your badges that you've earned, stick with the same account that you did last week. You're going to complete the collabs with us. But let's say if you want to maybe gain more knowledge, let's say you can use another account just so that you can get one more week worth of quick labs, and let's say you want to get knowledge, but the other account is where your main account is the one that you keep for your badges. Thank you, Linda. That's an amazing.
I'm not sure if it's adding a new
I don't think it does because I tried it.
Not this, but when they finish these quick labs, it adds another month at the end anyways, so they might not get that 4 or 5 how you call it credits, but they at the end when they finish this quick lab, they will have an additional, because I remember when I was doing it in person, they will give an additional month anyways. So that is what is more
important.
That
would be awesome. That would be awesome. So GV, if you can try to even do it with the same account, give it a shot, and once after we finish this, let's try. So now
when you go in your profile, it should show you when it expires. So
that's show when it expires, exactly. And I'll actually show that in a minute after we do it. So is everybody ready to start with a first code lab for the first quick lab on the Google Cloud, doing the cloud storage? Cloud storage is one of the greatest features of the Google Cloud, where you can store blob data, like you can store files, binary files and all that. So it's kind of like simulates a file system like on the cloud, but it's more like for blob data. So everybody all set? Let's start. Let's do it. So scrolling right down on this page, I'm going to be maximizing it so that everybody gets it. So it talks about Google Cloud Storage, and we mentioned it. So Google Cloud Storage gives you a worldwide storage and retrieval of any amount of data. You have a couple of like classes of Google Cloud Storage. You have standard, nearline, cold line, and archive. And then it all goes from like how fast you want your data available and how readily available you want your data. Standard keeps it like readily available for you whenever you have like very frequent access to that data. Then you have nearline, which is probably like once every month. You have then cold line, which is you want to access your data once every quarter. And then you have archive, which is like once a year probably. So it's like good for archiving backups and stuff like that. So let's scroll right down. Awesome. Yeah, people drop your questions in the chat. The team would be able to answer those as well. So I will go over also how to, and this is a tip that Linda truly stands behind it. You would first go through your code lab. You kind of take a look at it because you don't want to waste your time. Remember, you got 30 minutes to complete the lab. And then you can go down your lab and you kind of inspect it and see what it entails. That way you know what you're up against, and then you can prepare. You can just like give it a, what we're gonna be doing. I'm just gonna be reviewing the lab, but you can go ahead and start. So Mark, so Linda was asking, talking to Mark. So we're gonna be creating a bucket, and you're gonna see how buckets create, which is kind of like a container that can hold data inside Google Cloud Storage. That is the concept of how you like group things and how you like save things into Google Cloud Storage. They're not like loose files floating around. It has to be inside a bucket. So that's what we're going to be doing down here. We're going to also upload an image. So you're going to see how to upload an image to Google Cloud Storage. We will also share that object publicly. That's what we're going to be discussing here. And you're going to be able to create folders, delete folders, and all of that. We can also do this from the command line, which we will also get to in a minute. But let's start right ahead. And now if everybody is ready, we can immediately click on the top left corner where it says Start Lab. One credit. I'm doing something wrong. Raj, are you in incognito mode? Because if it says that it costs 1 credit and you have those 4 credits that you get, use the credits that you have. I hope you are on incognito mode and you're going to be using those little bit of credits that you were given. Yes, same code will work. Yes, because yes, thank you, Linda. We have to be in incognito mode. Those 4 little credits that you got, you're going to expend 1 of those. Out of those 4 credits, you're going to spend 1. And then after we complete this quick lab, which is only 1 credit, when you refresh and we end the lab, you're going to get the full monthly subscription. Yes, use subscription. Think Marjorie is our in-house assistant. So thank you very much, Marjorie. She also prepares like amazing notes. So kudos to you, Marjorie. Thank you for helping out. So let's proceed. I'm going to now proceed and click where it says start lab. And yes, like Linda said, make sure that you're in incognito mode. I'm going to just show you real quick. File, new incognito mode. The team will be able to take you from there. Okay, so I'm going to start and click where it says start lab. So I click on start lab on the top left corner, and you see, you say like 4 credits available. You get the 4 credits. So I'm going to be using one of those credits. I'm going to launch with 1 credit. So now I'll use that 1 credit that I got, right? Now I will proceed and I will scroll down this page. Now, the first thing that it's asking me is telling you about the Google Cloud Console, how to use the Google Cloud Console and whatnot. So it tells you how to look at the left side panel right here, where you get like a temporary student name and a password that you will use to sign into your sandbox in Google Cloud Console. Remember, they give you like a sandbox, a little bit of a like a playground for you to play with the Google Cloud with the Google Cloud. You will use that account, use the password and all that. That's it. So now let's proceed. So the first thing that you do after you click on Start Lab is on the left-hand side, you're going to click where it says Open GCP Console. Open GCP Console is now we're going to go to Google Cloud, the Google Cloud Platform Console. So I click on that button. It will open up another incognito tab. Make sure you're still in incognito. You see that it pre-populated the email that I have here, which is this guy right here, like the username, which is a temporary account. So you can copy that. Make sure that you're not using your personal email. That's the reason why we are in incognito. You go back to here and then you put that username, which is the same one. I will actually maybe even pop it out so that you can see me doing it right next to it. And then after you do the student name, you hit next. And then you're going to put the password, which is the password that is right here. So I'm going to copy that, copy the password, come back to still in incognito mode. Make sure that you're still in incognito mode. Make sure that you're under that account. You hit next. And it's going to say that this is a new account. And then it prompts you to accept. You click on accept. And you see now that this will take you to a sandbox prepared exclusively for you for this session so that you can complete the quick lab. So it's going to prompt you for the terms of service. So you click on I agree right here on this checkbox. And you click where it says agree and continue. And here you are on the fully fleshed, in its full glory, the Google Cloud Platform Console. Here is where you will be able to complete the labs. This is just like a production ready environment for you to do your quick labs. Okay. So now let's proceed down the line. Is anybody else stuck in getting to the Google Cloud Console? Is anybody with the 4 credits and using 1 credit to complete this lab? Everybody ready? Are you up to this point? Did I go too fast in showing you this? Is there anything that you would like me to maybe show you again or something? But as far as I'm concerned, Arthur, where is your issue? Linda is there in line, so maybe she can help you out as well. We also have Kevin, Doug, and Anna who can assist you. But can you say where you're not up to? Are you still having issues with the quick lab itself, as opposed to maybe getting to where I am right now?
Arthur, can we take it on Slack instead of
Yes,
chat?
drop it. You can drop it on the Slack, and we can help you out right there.
Can you join me on Slack? It's easier.
Definitely, yes. And thank you, Linda, for that. So for those of you who are still with me, I can even do it again. Look, I'm gonna close here. Remember, you are in the lab, in the quick start cloud storage quick lab. I'm gonna open up again the GCP console just so that you guys can see it again. See, it pops it out. It pops it up for you in a separate tab. Make sure that you're still in incognito mode. You click next. Then you go back here. You see on the left-hand side, that's where you have the panel with all that information. So you copy now the password that was provided to you. We're going to paste the password right here and hit next. It's gonna take me.
I don't want to see your screen anymore. I don't know if it's for everybody, but I'm not able to see your screen. Anybody else? Same problem?
Can you see my? Can anybody see my screen? And here it says you're sharing your screen. Stop sharing. Able to see the screen. So Murugan can see the screen. Mike can see it. Well, for me, it's even saying like for a little bit.
Refresh my page. Don't bother. I will refresh my page.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Let's proceed, guys. Okay. Perfect. So now let's go back and create a bucket. Remember, this is the first step in the quick lab. We need to create a bucket. So the way to create a bucket is by going to the console, the GCP console, and on the top left corner, this is how you can find like all or like either you can expand this menu on the left hand side by clicking on this hamburger menu, this hamburger icon, and then you can expand and you see all the features available to you on the Google Cloud console, on the whole Google Cloud platform through the console. So scroll down until you find cloud storage. So it's usually towards like the bottom right here in the first viewport, there is a section that says cloud storage. You can also try to find it here and you can say like cloud storage, but here is easier. It should be like right here under the storage section where it says cloud storage. For convenience, you can even pin it so that it goes to the top and then you don't have to be searching for it again. So you can pin it to the top by clicking on this little pin icon, and then you can click on cloud storage pin, and then you see it right here. So let's all proceed to go to the cloud storage, and then you click on browser. So cloud storage browser. You click there. You see we're so far in step number 1 in the create the bucket. So now we're going to for the first time in this session, create a bucket. So the way to create a bucket, remember a bucket is a way for you to store your data, kind of package it in that way. It's not like loose files or anything. It has to be inside a bucket. So either for the first time, you will either see this screen. Let me zoom in a little more. You will either find the top option that says create bucket up here, or you can create the create bucket with the option right here in the middle. So either option that you take will create the bucket. So let's proceed and create a bucket. So I'm gonna go for the top option, create a bucket. And for you to create a bucket, it gives you like this kind of wizard way to create the bucket. The first thing that you do to create the bucket is adding a name to it. You have to add a globally unique permanent name for this bucket. You can use like your name plus some numbers or whatever. Just think of a unique name that you can think for your bucket. So I'm gonna say Roman, quick lab, whatever you want, but make it unique. Because otherwise, if you say, for example, like bucket, it may say that it's already available. You see, it's already taken. So make sure that you do your, for example, like your name, something unique.
Something, Roman. Usually what I do when I need a unique name, I grab the project name from the...
You can grab the project name. Thank you, Linda.
That's unique than that you can find.
Yeah, you can grab the Linda's suggestion of grabbing either like your student name, the GCP project name. You can do that. That's even a better way to do it.
In real life, you will not do that. You will give names that are more...
Of course. For example, look, I created a Roman Jacques bucket. I'm glad that my dad didn't create a bucket. So otherwise, it would have been 2 buckets. So right now it's a unique bucket, my name with the word bucket on after that. And then that's a unique name. So let's continue down the line. So there are rules for naming the buckets. Remember, don't include sensitive information. Make sure that it's not doesn't only contain lowercase letters, numbers, dashes, underscores. So that's how you create it. You saw the way that I created mine. You can read through like some of those naming rules. Cannot be an IP. Cannot begin with the word Google. So you see, like they're very adamant about like how you can name your stuff. So now you find now you click on continue. I'm sorry. Like you can find like labels, but we're not going to do that. So you can click continue after naming your bucket. Now you choose where you want to store your data. Storing your data or creating your buckets in the Google Cloud, it matters where you want to create it or how you want to make your data available to your users. So you have three options. Multi-region, which is the highest available. Multi-region means, let's say if I want to have it available globally, you can have it in multiple regions across the world, multiple regions within the United States, in AMA, you can do it in Asia, anywhere you can put it. That's when you do multi-region. Dual region is if you want to just you want to have high availability between a couple of regions, or just regional, let's say in the region that we are right now. Here he's telling you that, well, let's just do a regional, and let's just keep it all on one single region. Let's pick US East. So I'll say region, and I'll just keep it at the default, which is US East. Remember that regions are like pretty much like like a concentrated geographical area where you can store your, let's say you create your Google Cloud resources. Under regions, then you have like zones, which are kind of like data centers and stuff like that. But region is more like a geographical area, right? Like the north, the east, the central regions, like within the United States. So here we go. So let's continue. And then remember, we talked about the multiple classes of storage: standard, nearline, code line, or archive, depending on how frequently you want to access your data. The lab says, let's go for standard. So I'm just going to leave the standard, click continue. And then you also say how you want to control the access to the objects in your bucket. So you have uniform, meaning like you want to just ensure that all the objects within the bucket have like bucket level permission. So whatever you assign to the bucket, it will trickle down to your objects. Or you can do fine grain, meaning even individual objects within your bucket can have multiple levels of accessibility. That's for more fine grain control. In our case, we're going to stick with uniform. Make sure that you keep this on check, like it says enforce public access prevention. Just keep it like that and just go for uniform. And then just hit continue. Just leave the defaults for data encryption and whatnot and protection, and just hit create. So I'm going to click on create. Now you're going to wait until the bucket is created for you. After you create this bucket, you're all set. Now you can start uploading stuff into your bucket. You can even see it through the command line. There's a bunch of good stuff that you can do with your bucket after it gets created. So now you see the bucket got created. You can click on this little arrow up here where it says bucket details. And when you click, that takes you right back to the browser, to the bucket browser. And here it is. That just right there is the bucket. It looks like a file pretty much, but it's a link to a bucket. It looks kind of like a folder, but don't think about it like as a folder. Think about it just as a container of blob data. So there you go. Let's, that's it. You've just created the bucket. So all of us now, let's make sure that we've completed this task. So I'm going to click where it says check my progress. Let's see if my green check shows. And there it is. I've created the bucket, and this part of the code lab is created. Is everybody okay also in having created the bucket? A little thumbs up, please, so we can see if everybody's all there as well. Some of the folks are still being helped in the Slack channel. That's exactly why we're doing that. Did anybody create the bucket? Are we all good on the buckets? Thumbs up on the buckets. Thank you, Paul. Makes me really happy that you're up to speed with us, man. I suppose the last time you definitely, had a little bit of a struggle, but I'm glad because you learned a lot from that experience. So thank you very much. Raj, Musa, thank you guys for doing that. Everybody have created their first bucket in the Google Cloud. You're one step from getting certified. So yeah, let's continue. Let's continue, guys. Okay, let's continue. Now let's test the understanding. Now, these are a couple of multiple choice questions that you want to do. So what would you think about this question? Every bucket must have a unique name across the entire cloud storage namespace. True or false? What do people say? True or false? Every bucket must have a unique name across the entire Google Cloud storage. True or false? A lot of people say true. A lot of people say false. Let's say true, and it's true. Your bucket needs to be unique globally. It cannot be like a regional bucket. No, it is actually global. So it has to be across the whole entire cloud storage namespace. You need to make sure that it's unique. Google Cloud Storage offers which storage classes? Which kind of storage classes? Remember, we mentioned 4. Let's see which one are those. Do we have one called Standard? We have one called Nearline. We have one called Codeline. We have one called Archive. Well, it's pretty much all of them. So you have the 4 levels of classes in your buckets, depending on how frequently your data is accessed. The longer the data takes for you to access it, the cheaper it is. That's something to keep in mind. For example, like backup data, usually it's cheaper to store it, but as opposed to something that you access it very frequently, like every day, every minute, so it charges you a little bit more, but still it's like they have a good SLA on as far as like availability in your buckets. So let's proceed with the next step. Now we're gonna try uploading an object into that bucket that we just created. So you can upload anything. This, they're giving you here like a sample image for you to upload. I'm gonna grab my kitty. So this is an image that they're giving you as an example for you to upload something into a Google Cloud bucket. So I'm gonna right click on that image. You can just use your mouse and you can hover over the image and you can just right click and say save image as. You don't have to pick this image. You can find an image from your documents or from anywhere and you can just upload it to your bucket. First, I'm gonna be using this same image. I'm gonna call it kitty. I think I already have it locally. There you go. I have my kitten right there in my file, in my local thing. So I'm gonna scroll right down and see they already giving you the steps, but I'm gonna show you the steps, me doing it for you. So let's do this. So let's roll over, actually go over here to the bucket and you can just click on the bucket. I click on the bucket and I'm going to find the option inside of the bucket details that says upload files. Very easy. Just by clicking upload files, I'm gonna be able to upload a file into my bucket. So let's try that. So if you click upload files, and now you go to your file system, I'm gonna find my kitten right here, my kitten image. So I'm gonna click open. And just as you see that, as simple as that, my kitten image was uploaded into the Google Cloud bucket. Simple as that. That's it. Make sure that your image, you could upload anything, but make sure that your image was called kitten.png. How do you do that? Let's say if you uploaded something else, you make sure at least it's called kitten.png. How do you rename your image? Let's say in the event that you uploaded another image. You can just select your image right here, like the little checkbox on the left-hand side. And you can find these 3 little buttons on the right-hand side of the row where your image is. And you can click where it says rename. By clicking on rename, then let's say if your image was called something, you can just highlight the whole thing and just name it kitten.png. Like Google Cloud Bucket doesn't care. It already says that it's already there. But if you didn't have it, let's say you rename it. Make sure that it's renamed kitten.png. Otherwise, this step won't be completed for you. So let's all, after you've uploaded your image into the bucket, let's all check our progress by clicking check my progress. Everybody good? Thumbs up if you uploaded an image or any image and then you renamed it as kitten.png. Uploading images to bucket. Last call. I'm assuming that everybody's good. Raj, thank you. You uploaded an image. Thank you very much. That was the next completed step. Now a little bit more understanding on cloud buckets. So let's think about this one. Object names must be unique only within a given bucket. You guys just saw exactly what I did. I had already something created and I was trying to rename it the same way. So what happened? Did it need to be unique? Yes or no? Object names must only be unique inside of the bucket? Yes or no? True or false? True. Within a bucket, you cannot have two things with the same name. So they need to be unique. All right? Is everybody good with the uniqueness of an object within a bucket? Good. Awesome. Let's proceed down the line and let's now learn about how to share an object, anything inside the bucket, in a public way. So let's try to do that. We're going to share that kitten object, or in this particular case, this image, publicly. Right now, look at in your bucket details. Let's go again. For example, like here I am in the bucket. Let me go again. Look, this is the bucket. You click on the bucket name to look at the details, and you see that we have one file inside. If you scroll to the right using this provided scroll bar for your inside of the bucket details, you see that the kitten file, it says not public. How do you change that? What does this mean? Not public means nobody can access this file at all. It's only private to you because you're looking at it, you can see it. Or someone with a specific that file provided, and you given them access to. That's why the concept of ACL, access controlled list, exists. That means you want to give access to either all users, specific roles, or you can use it maybe by identity access management. There's a couple of ways that you can provide access to like bucket objects. In this particular case, we're going to make it public. Let's follow those steps. So now to allow public access to the bucket and create a publicly accessible URL for this image so that people can access it, in your bucket, when you're here, you will find this tab called permissions. There is a tab called permissions, the third one inside of the bucket details from the objects right here, permissions. I will click on permissions. And then here it says that the public access, you look at this card right here, it says that it's not public. So now this bucket is not publicly available. If you know the object should never be exposed to the public, then you should also prevent public access to this bucket. That's what they say. So now what we're going to be doing is, it says in the public access box, you say you click remove public access prevention. In this particular case, if you see right here, it says prevent public access. So when you click it, is that then it will say you're about to it says you're about to revoke all public access to this bucket. So if you say confirm, right, you see where it says like remove public access prevention. So it was like backwards. So you needed to actually then say remove the public access prevention, meaning I want to make it public. So here you see the step, it was a little bit confusing, but now I say in the public access, remove the public access prevention. And then you confirm so that now the objects within this bucket can be given public access. So now this is how you do it. So I think this lab may not be up to date because even some of the naming I will show you is a little bit different, but I will walk you through that so that you can actually get it correct in your lab. So click where it says remove public access prevention, meaning don't prevent the public access. So now you click on confirm. Perfect. This is exactly now step number 2. You clicked on confirm. Now you ensure that the view is set to members, and then you add to view the add members pane. Let me show you how that works. So here, if you scroll down, they used to have something called members. Now they're calling it principals. If you click on the add button right here, it says add principals and roles for Roman Jacques bucket. So principals is what they have here that they call it like new members, but they're calling it new principals. So instead of saying new members, you say you go where it says new principals, and then you enter all users, like manually. You say all users. Look, it even pops up. So what does this mean? I'm gonna say all the users everywhere has access to this, to the objects in this bucket. So I want to be able to access, I want to give access to all the users, but I want to give them a role. Like to all the users, what kind of role do you want to give them? You want to give them editor roles, or you want to give them just viewer roles? Like, do you want people just to view it? You don't want them to delete it or anything like that. So now if you go to the next step, it says select a role dropdown, select cloud storage viewer. So follow with me how I do that in this role. Look, so you click here where it says select a role, you go where it says cloud storage, click on cloud storage, and here it says stop storage object viewer, meaning this person only is allowed, or all the users are only able to view objects in my cloud storage bucket. So here I'm saying new principles are all users, storage object viewer is only viewing role. Now we're ready to hit save. Are you sure you want to make this resource public? Yes, I am sure. I want to give everybody just ability to view it, to view the resource. Now you click where it says allow public access. Look, right here, we're in step 8. You click where it says allow public access. And now look what it says. It gives you now this way to show things. It gives you like a little warning telling you that this bucket, now we have access to the internet. Now it's open for everybody. And you see that it has a little warning icon. Now, if you go, for example, to the bucket details, back to the bucket details, and you look, you go to the bucket details and you look at the file, what does it say now? Earlier, it used to say not public. Now it says public to the internet. So that means now anybody can view it. Anybody can look at my kitten. So now let's see now when I click on copy URL, if I click on copy URL, you have to type it in. Yes, I don't get all the users. Yes, Paul, you have to type it in. Yes, and make sure that you type it where it says all users, and then it will either if it won't drop down, like it will become like a little bubble. Okay. So now that I've made this kitten public, I back again to the public details. Remember, I was in the permissions. I can go back to the objects tab. And then I see that it says public to the internet. That means now my bucket, all the objects within this bucket are public. So I'm gonna click on copy URL. Now I can even just drop it in the browser. And then let's take a look at the kitten. And here we go. That's it. The bucket, the kitten is publicly available. Now anybody can see it. Now you want to share it with your friends. Everything is you type in all users and you get an error. Did you make sure that it was no spaces? I'll try it again for you, Paul. So let me try. So if I go back to permissions and let's revert it again. Let's say if I say prevent public access, I'm going to prevent public access to this bucket and then I hit confirm. Let's go back again to the objects. You see, it's still public to the internet because I said all the users, blah, 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 right? Let's go back to the permissions. And then let's go to because remember, I added like the principles. So I'm going to click add again. In the new principles, I say all users use like the camel case notations. So you do all users, and then you hit enter. Oh, it says principal users cannot be added public access. Exactly. That is because I've already I said I said prevent public access. So I have to go again, make sure that you say remove public access prevention. Do it again. Remember, you have to do that so that it becomes this. Then now you add the role. So make sure that you do that step so that it shows it says prevent public access, and then you can do add the permissions. Find the all users. Now you should get it. So Paul, let me know if for you it shows like this. Make sure that you have it where you click where it says yes, thank you. So you click prevent public access, remove prevent public access, meaning let's start making it public and then I add people. So then when you go to add, you're not gonna get the error. I got it as well, like you did, because I just forgot to do that little piece. Then now you do all users and then it should show. Anybody else good with changing the permissions on a bucket. Anybody stuck in there? Arthur, thank you. Good. I'm glad that you're up to speed. Thank you so much. Anybody else not good with the adding permissions to a bucket? Guys, we're doing things like a DevOps guy would do it on the Google Cloud. This is like the closest to a production level administration of buckets and files like a regular, again, cloud engineer, cloud architect would do. So we're doing exactly the same things. So why don't we try now, after we've done that, let's make sure that our task has been completed. So I will click where it says, check my progress. And there it is. Now the kitten is public. If it's not public, if it doesn't say public to the internet, this task won't be completed for you. So make sure that this task is completed for all of you. Awesome, great, Arthur. Marjorie, ran out of time on the lab. Oh, really? Oh, I'm 32 seconds also. Like I was, because I was going through all of you guys. So see, at least it gives you at least it makes sure that at least you are 100%. And it's because I was going to see, I have 20 more seconds to go, but let's make sure that I still do it. Look, I'm 100 on all my values. So I'm going to try to do end lab now. You can, I'll even do the create and delete a folder for you guys in a minute, but at least I wanted to make sure that the lab got completed for me, and then I got my little badge. So let me refresh my account in here, and then let me take a look at this. I'll log out and log back in. So just to make sure. So I'll sign out, sign back in. Go with my account, with my personal account, not the student anymore, because I already stopped it. And there you go. I have my monthly subscription. So those of you who completed the quick lab, I hope you guys went maybe a little bit ahead of me. I wanted to make sure that you guys understood cloud storage buckets and understood all those little pieces. That's why it took me a little longer. But if you just fly right through it and read it a little faster than me, of course, you would be able to get your monthly subscription. That's where we wanted to get everybody. We wanted to get everybody into the monthly subscription. So now that you have your monthly subscription, go to town. Do as many quick labs as you want. Completed, got the monthly subscription. Murugan, thank you. Awesome. You're great. You're awesome. We would love to see some of your badges, as many as you want. For example, like me, if I go to my badges right now, of course, I won't see the badges right now, but make sure that you complete all the quick labs, all the labs within this quest, so that you can get that perform foundational infrastructure tasks in the Google Cloud. So why don't we take a 5-minute break? Because I think we deserve it. We've been doing so awesome. The team has been amazing. Linda, Anna, Kevin, Doug, you guys have been amazing helping people out. So we deserve a 5-minute break. Let's come right back at 11:15, and then after that we'll resume another part of the other quick labs, and let's continue rolling.
Roman, if you want to show the quick labs profile, I can show mine.
Sure. Okay, you want to share your screen? I will stop sharing, and you can share your screen.
Let me see if I get the right profile.
I can also show mine, but if anybody here, those of you who want to share it, that'll be great. Yes.
Give me just 1 second. I will first. Okay. So I got the right profile. Okay. Give me just a second.
JV, you added another month. That's amazing. So you do get another month. That's awesome. There you go.
Yeah, I told you. I wasn't sure, but I told you that they might get another month, even if.
That's even better. So I will totally recommend and advise everybody to keep joining.
Yeah.
Keep joining the sessions. JV, join next month. Join next week, so you can get another month. There you go. That's awesome. Thank you.
So you might have the catalog, or I don't know. Oh, this is my program. Oh, they changed a little bit quick labs.
Yeah, so they changed it a little bit. Yeah, they changed it a little bit.
I got confused. I apologize. So or you go here on, I see that they have a tab profile, or you go, the public profile. If you don't have a public profile, you can create it. The first time you have to create it, you have to say, public, make my profile public. That's how it was before, so I'm not sure how it's now. And this link you can share into LinkedIn, And I will show you. If I go to see my link, you can see I have several accounts, because sometimes you cannot take that same. So this is one of the accounts with the badges. So these are the badges that you do. But for example, if you want to do the same promotion, same labs, you will have to create another account. So I have several accounts myself. But that's how you do. Is everybody good with profile? You might have here, if you didn't publish it, it will ask you to make your profile public. But badges, they change a lot, several things. Okay, so you can see the badges even from here. This is your view, but this link, it's public. Okay, anyone having problems with the profile? Yeah, or under the avatar, or now they created this new tab, I don't know, profile. So they made it more evident. Okay, so enjoy your break, everybody.
I will just put a little bit of music, and we'll be right back. Let's give it three more. Let's give it 3 more minutes. Let's come back at 11:15. Okay, guys.
And don't forget to use Cloud Study Jams hashtag for even more prizes.
Thank you for that reminder. That's awesome. All right, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed that little break. Think we deserved it after being so good and keeping some good momentum on the Google Cloud. If you just joined right now, we're having so much fun doing Google Cloud study jams. All the people who are here, I'm pretty sure they've all gotten 1 month subscription on Quick Labs, so you can go to town and create, and get as many badges as you want, learn about the cloud. And those of you who came from last week, some of them already got another month. So kudos to you guys for joining again. But again, we're all here to just have fun doing this community-centric event, learning about the cloud. An amazing team of experts are on deck to help you out with your Quick Labs. So after that little break, we can just proceed and continue with the cloud study jams. Like Anna just mentioned, please keep tweeting. I was just looking at the tweet; it's just blowing up. Share your experiences with this cloud study jam with the hashtag Cloud Study Jams for a chance to win a Google Nest Hub Max. Not the little one, but the big one. Nice big one. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? Is everybody back? I see we still have a good turnout, but we can proceed with the rest of the Quick Labs. We're gonna at least attempt to do at least one more, and then after that, we're gonna wrap up and do the raffle. How about that? Everybody's all good. Team would like to say anything, communicate anything to the rest of the folks before we proceed? Sweet, perfect. So that's my kitten. I'm gonna have to close this anyway. I was trying to go into my also my profile. I'm gonna try to do it again. I'll check my badges profile.
Reminder for the raffle. So don't leave it at the end. Please use the hashtag Cloud Study Jams.
Don't leave it for the end.
For the end, we will pull the names from the hashtag. So in order for you to join the raffle, you will need to use this hashtag. Even if you tweet about it and don't use it, we cannot pull your name from Twitter. So be aware of it.
So check this out. I completed my Perform Foundational badge. So I have right here, and then you can use it again, like to share it on, sharing your public profile on LinkedIn and whatnot. And that kind of gives you like those credentials that you at least have knowledge on that specific task, let's say on the Google Cloud. So let's continue. Let's keep rolling. So I'm gonna log out of here. I'm going to go back into my other account so that I can, because I've already completed it there, so I can show you how we continue. So as far as the study jams, going back in here, remember, for those of you who just joined, we're doing the infrastructure track, but the one that says perform foundational tasks in the Google Cloud. So if I go to, I think I need to, log out completely out of this and then do the other one. So I will. For those of you who don't remember, again, you need to be in incognito mode. So whenever you are in Chrome, you need to make sure that you're in incognito mode. Incognito mode looks like that little guy with a hat and the little glasses. So make sure that you go to your quicklabs.com on incognito mode so that you can take advantage of the monthly subscription and it doesn't mess you up with like any other accounts that you may have. So I will sign in with Google. I will go into my account. Exactly like the way we had it before. And then I'm going to continue with the next code lab, and I'm going to show you just in a minute how that goes. Okay. Musa asks a question. Are the monthly subscriptions cumulative? That is, if I got 1 month last week and another month today, do I have 2 months? Thanks. Some people have already confirmed that, so you should be able to get then that additional monthly subscription. So if you don't, let us know. The team isn't there to help you out, but we've already seen other people confirming that you get like that cumulative subscription. So if you came last week, you should be able to get then a 2-month subscription. Yes. So that means we wait for you next Saturday, right? Okay, perfect. So let's get back to the cloud study jams. Remember, we're doing the perform foundational infrastructure tasks in the Google Cloud. So let's continue. And we already completed the first code lab. And the code lab has like two ways that you can do it. You can either do it using it gave me a 2-month subscription from last week. Karen says that it expires in December 9. That's exactly how we should do. Expires November 9. That's perfect. That's exactly how you should get it. Yes. So let's continue. And remember, we did it via the Cloud Console. There is an option that if you want to do it via the CLI, I'm a CLI guy, but again, either you could do it either the console or the CLI. It is still valid. So whichever one you do, that's gonna count. You could do both if you wanna feel adventurous. You could do both, but I'm gonna proceed and do the Cloud IAM. The Cloud IAM, remember, stands for Identity Access Management. It's one of the great features in the Google Cloud that allows you to let's say do like fine-grained control on the access of all your resources in a Google Cloud project. And then you can have like a bunch of things in there. You have like a way to watch a video if you want to get proficient in that. But why don't we proceed and do this quick lab? Let's do as much as we can. It's 11:22. We want to make sure that we wrap up at least by 11:45 so that we can give a chance for you guys to please make sure to drop the hashtag Cloud Study Jams if you want to enter the raffle so that we can do the little raffle session at the end. Okay, is everybody good? Let's proceed. So I'm going to continue with Cloud IAM. It's a quick start. It's just one lab as opposed to the other ones that give you like an alternate way of doing it. So I'm going to do Cloud IAM the same way as before. You either go through the quick lab and then you hit the start lab button on the left-hand side, okay? So here they giving you a couple of users. Let's say this is an introductory lab. It's gonna tell you about what identity and access management is. That allows you to manage permissions for Google Cloud resources. They mention a lot about the least privilege principle. Least privilege principle means you give your users enough permissions so they can do your work. You don't give them more, you don't give them less. So you learn about this concept, least privilege permission. It comes out on the test when you're gonna take the certification. So that is very important to know. So let's continue down the line. And we're gonna set up like 2 users with 2 different credentials to kind of illustrate how you do identity and access management, how you implement those policies, what permissions are available for specific roles. Remember earlier we did like all users that have viewer role or editor role or administrator role, stuff like that. Okay, so let's proceed. Going down the line, it's going to ask you to sign in with first one user, then it's going to try you to log in with the other user and whatnot. So let's proceed and then let's do the start lab. So I'm going to start the lab. And again, you can feel free to watch. And you see, I'm going to use my subscription now as opposed to using 1 credit out of the 4 credits that I got initially. They give you the 4 credits just in case, like some folks like either ran out of time or like failed it the first time. You get another chance like that. So I'm going to use my subscription now. And hooray for those of you who got the 2-month subscription. Join next week so you can get a 3-month subscription. Let's continue down the line and we just show you how this works. So we're going to show you now we're going to open up the Google Cloud Console just like we did before. We're going to click on the left-hand side where it says Open Google Console. So if I click on Open Google Console, it opens up. Remember to use, I'm going to pop it out. Remember, still in incognito. I'm going to use the account provided. Use the username 1. You get 2. Use the username 1 so that you can complete this lab correctly. So user 1, I'm going to put it in here. Hopefully, and luckily they do have the same password. So you use copy once and it will apply for both. But we're going to start with username 1. Accept it. And then here it is. This is the Google Cloud Console, just like before, in its full glory. Agree and continue, and then you're all good. Here, then it tells you how to view or reset the user in the browser tab. If you want to do that, let's say in the case that you want to, you want to view which user you're signed in, you click on that little, on the little circle, like the little avatar badge on the top right corner. You can just click it in there, and you see that is the student that is currently signed in. If you want to switch or whatever, you can switch, but make sure that you stay here during the duration of this lab. Everybody good in the chat? Okay, so let's continue. So you see, now you can just switch out, like sign out and all that. You can do that. You can do that on your own. I'm going to skip that step, but you can see that you can sign out and sign back in. So here they tell you, okay, so then go back again into the quick lab with the username one Google Cloud Console page. I'm going to skip that, but I'm going to go immediately into that option that says, let's go to the navigation menu, IAM and admin, IAM, and let's go to that section of the console. So it's right here, very accessible. It's like the fifth from the top. It says IAM and admin, and you click IAM. This is identity and access management. So you click right there. And then here it tells you all the principles, all the roles, all the types of permissions that you can assign to users when you can, so that the users can use your particular project. Remember that all the resources within a Google Cloud, let's say repository, live under a project. That is the logical organization of resources on the Google Cloud, a Google Cloud project. So here you say, click the add button. We're going to be adding, for example, we're going to be trying to selecting a role. We're going to be adding some permissions, right? So let me just move this over a little bit to the right so you guys can see all of this. So I'm going to click where it says the add button right up here. So I'll click add. And you see that it says add principles. So now we're going to be adding principles and roles. Here it says select a role. For example, like we're going to try to add the, like a role. After I say like new principles, it says like at the top of the page, explore the project roles. You can just click here where it says project role. I'm not going to add the principle. It's just so that you can filter the roles. Like you can see how many roles you have. You can start typing in here and then it gives you a bunch of things. Remember earlier we said like cloud storage like this. And then you say for cloud storage, you can see, for example, like what things are related to Google Cloud storage. You can even try to find a particular role, like right here. You can see the categories on the left-hand side. Here you can see like cloud storage viewer, stuff like that. See, cloud. There's like cloud storage for Firebase viewer. There's environment user for storage viewer. You can find a bunch of things in there. And then see, you can view like the type of permissions. Like on the left hand side you can see like viewer, those are the most common ones, storage admin, owner, editor, those are the multiple types of roles that are available. So let's just cancel out of here, as the step says. Let's just cancel out of the adding roles or adding roles to this thing. So now let's explore editor roles. How do we do it? Let's go now. Let's switch to the username 2 of this account. You can even do like 2 users simultaneously. You can even open, let's say, another version of the Google Cloud Console, but you sign in with the other guy. So the way that I would do it, if you guys want to follow along, I can right click on my tab and say duplicate. So right click on the existing tab of your Google Cloud Console and I'll click duplicate. You duplicate that and then it will just log you in with the same guy. But what we're going to do now is we're going to sign out of the existing account. Just sign out, right? And now we're going to sign in with student 2. So you see, we're going to switch now to the user 2 console. That way you can keep them both viewing at the same time if you want to do that. So I'm going to copy, going back to the quick lab and grab username 2. Going back to my browser, still in incognito, I'll say use another account, and then I'll paste the username 2. I'll hit next. I'll grab the password, which is the same as student 1, and I'll paste it right here. Hit next. Now it will do the same thing. It will accept, blah, 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 confirm. And then now you have two instances of the Google Cloud with two separate users. How do you see that? You can click on the little avatar. This is student DD749, which is the first one. And then if you click on the second one, you can click right here. And then this is student 37, which goes with the student name number 2. So there you can keep two instances of the Google Cloud with two separate users in this particular scenario, right? So now on the student number 2, after you agree and continue with the terms of service, let's navigate to the IAM section of student 2. Sakev, how you doing? Can you please show how to duplicate again? Thanks. I'm more than happy to do it. When you are in the existing, let's say you are in 1 and you're in Google Chrome, you can right click on the current tab. You can just right click on it and find the option that says duplicate. Duplicate will open up just another window with the same guy, but make sure that when you have a duplicate, you could also go here, like let's say to file. I think it's like, let me see, I think there's like the tab, I think it gives you that one, like the tab option in Google Chrome, and then you have like duplicate tab. But you can quickly just right click on the existing tab and click on duplicate. Thank you, Saket, again for joining. Then if you go again to the other one and you sign out and sign back in with the student number 2, like I showed you, you go to the IAM. So now I'm on the IAM on the student number 2. It says search through the table to find username 1 and username 2 and examine the roles that are granted to them. Let's see the roles that are granted to those two guys. So here I have student 1, and I think I just find them right here. Student 2, as you can see right here, has only viewer role. This guy only can view, as opposed to student 1, which has app engine admin, BigQuery admin, editor, owner, and viewer at the same time. So you have a bunch of roles for that. How do you add more roles to that user? So he says that username 2 has only viewer roles, meaning he can only view resources. Like remember the bucket, the kitty that we uploaded in the bucket, that was only viewer role, let's say. So now we say add the add button, click on the add button at the top is grayed out if you click on it. Why? You cannot do anything. This guy doesn't have permissions to do anything. Only my first guy. This guy can add other roles to other people and so on and so forth. The second guy, because it has only viewer role, has very limited things to do on the cloud. That's how you secure your resources in the Google Cloud so that no one can mistakenly delete resources and stuff like that. So using IAM, Identity and Access Management, you prevent the deleting of resources and better management of resources by giving people least privilege, or you apply the least privilege principle. Only give them what they need to get the job done. That's it. Now let's continue. We switch back to username 1 of the Google account. So I'm here, and then that's it. We just wanted to make sure that you see that part. Now ensure that you are in the user 1 cloud console. That's why I remember I kept these two so I don't have to switch back and forth. So if you guys remember how to create a bucket, let's go back to user number 1 and create a bucket. So I'm here in user number 1. I can confirm it by looking at the Google Cloud Console panel that this is student number 1, just by looking at the username number 1 right here. And remember how to create a bucket. You can just go to the navigation right here. You can go down the navigation and find cloud storage right here and click where it says browser. Google Cloud Storage, remember for those of you just joining, Google Cloud Storage is that way that you can store blobs of data, a bunch of objects in the Google Cloud, multiple classes of storages, and multiple permissions that you can give them. You can do uniform control or fine-grained control. So let's go to the browser in Google Cloud Storage. Yes, great. Thank you, Linda, for reminding us about that. Let's go to the browser. And then now we're going to create a bucket. Very simple, just like before. You create a bucket, but look what it says. The server was able to fulfill a request. You may do this because I may be almost running out. No, not running out of time. Like the server might be overloaded with other people like trying to create stuff. So if you get an error like that, just refresh your browser and you should be good. So I'm going to do it again. I think it switched back to me. To user. Yeah, it switched back on me, user 2. So let's go back. I think it got confused when I refreshed it. So let me switch back, or you can open both accounts, right click on the Google. Yes, exactly. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you could do that, of course. I just refreshed and then I made this crazy. So I'm gonna switch back again to my user 1. Remember, user 1, I'm going back to user 1, the one that ends in E564. And then I'm gonna use the same password because I'm gonna create a bucket. Remember, that is the user that has like admin privileges, not user 2. User 2 doesn't have those privileges on creating buckets based on that IAM permissions that he has. Now that we're back on student 1, let's create the bucket. Some of you are already experts in creating buckets. Remember, you go to the navigation menu, find the cloud storage section and click on browser. You get here in the browser section of the buckets, of the cloud storage buckets, and you create a bucket. At the top, there is an option that says create bucket. So let's create a bucket. And remember, you have to have it unique. So I'm going to create now, let's say, IAM Roman Jaquez bucket. That is as unique as you can have it. Let's see if no other, my evil twin in the other side of the world created a bucket. No, he didn't, so I'm good. So I have IAM Roman Jaquez bucket. Now let's continue down the line. You make it multi-region by just hitting continue. Multi-region, remember, it creates, it tries to make it available to multiple regions so that it's accessible globally, much closer to your users. So it allows for that capability. So multi-region. You continue, or actually even right now, it says just leave it exactly the way it is. Immediately go all the way down and click on create, meaning leave everything else default. So I'll click on create. It's gonna create the bucket. Remember, a bucket just creates it on its own, by itself, doesn't do anything else. That's it. Now let's upload a simple file. You can just upload anything. In this case, they're just expecting to upload anything. You can grab something from your documents. You can, hey, let's grab the kitten again from earlier. So let's try to upload a file to this bucket. Let's use the same file as before if you have it in your documents or your downloads. So remember how to upload files into a bucket. The first option inside of the objects tab, there is a button that says upload files. Click on upload files. Navigate to the file that you're going to upload, in my case, the kitten. I click on that, and then you see my kitten right there, and then that's it. You see now what it says, rename the file same sample.txt. Let's do that too. Remember also how to rename a bucket object, or in this case, a file. Actually, Google Cloud Storage doesn't care what you name your file as long as you name it something. It treats it as a binary blob as opposed to like something like it's, like a file. I mean, your users may not be happy when you name like an image or text file, but let's do that. So you rename it by clicking on the 3 little dots at the end of the file row that just got uploaded, and you click on rename. Let's rename it exactly as the code lab says. So you say sample.txt. You click on rename. Just renamed it like that. It treats it now as a text file, but it was an image. Now let's check the progress. Let's see if it picked it up. So let's click check my progress. All good. Everybody good? Renaming buckets, creating a bucket with no previous instructions, just going and creating a bucket based on the previous code lab. Everybody good? I will assume everybody's good. The team is on deck, waiting for Jump to help you in any case. Okay. So now, Arthur, thank you for confirming. Now let's see how username 2 has access to this bucket. Very simple. Remember, it has viewer roles. So let's switch to username 2. either you open up again like another window, or I can just come over and be like, sign out, sign back in with the other guy. Simple as that. So I can just go to the other user, student number 2. I can just do this, do the password. And then let's take a look at that bucket. Let's see if that guy has access to the bucket. This is the bucket. Now, if I try to go to that bucket and see stuff on the bucket, oh, let's take a look. Look at the option. See, not authorized. This guy has only viewer role on this bucket, but still it says that he's not authorized. So it says it has viewer role. That's why, when you view cloud storage buckets and files that are hosted in the Google Cloud, you only can see the ones that you've been granted access and stuff. But even here, like, you're not even authorized to view stuff in here. Now let's remove complete project access to this guy. Let's completely, remove access for this guy. So let's switch back out to that other user. Let's go back to student 1. And then I will now completely remove access for this guy. So let's go back again to the IAM, Identity Access Management, in this Google Cloud. Let's go to IAM. And remember, because I do have admin privileges, I can add other people's roles and permissions. So let's find user number 2. Let's say this guy got fired. This guy is not in the company anymore. He shouldn't be accessing these files, or he moved to another department. Let's remove access from this user. The way that you do it is, now you say, so you find that user 2. You click on the little pencil icon next to that user. User number 2 ends with it has 9760, which is this guy right here. Remember, with the viewer role, click on the little pencil, and here it says viewer role. Now you remove project viewer access for that by just clicking on the little trash can icon. As simple as that. Just click on the little trash icon next to the role assigned to this user. Just click on the little trash can, done. Well, until I hit save, of course. Now I'll hit save. Now this guy is completely gone. Doesn't have access to anything in this project. If this guy tries to access it, you see, it disappeared. The guy has no access. It says it takes up to 80 seconds for the change to take effect. So now if you try to sign in with the username 2 and see if the user has access, let's try to do that. So I'm going to sign out of user 1. I'm going to go with user 2, the one with 9760, same password. And now let's see if that person has access to the bucket, or anything for that matter. Well, in this case, it shows it. Remember, it says that it takes a few seconds for that to occur. So let me bring it back to the dashboard. Let's wait a little bit, and then we'll see whether that user has access to that. So you see that you just switch, wait for a little bit. How's everybody doing? Now let's spend those 80 seconds just checking up on people. We're about to wrap this one up. We're just going to finalize this step. Is everybody okay with their monthly subscription? Is everybody good with the Google Cloud Console, going through creating buckets, doing IAM, Identity and Access Management, and just jamming along with us? And of course, ready for that amazing raffle. Everything is cool from Paul, and I'm happy when Paul is happy. Like, he's been through so much. He's now one of our, experts now with so much stuff. But I'm glad that you're good. I hope you got another month subscription so that you can have a lot of fun getting a lot of badges. The same goes for everybody. Just real quick, I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for joining, of course. Now let's take a look again one more time. Let's go back to the cloud storage and go to cloud browser. And correctly, that's exactly what you're going to get. You got an error, and it says additional permissions required to list bucket in this project. Now we completely remove permissions. You can't see buckets at all. You can go to the browser, but you don't see any buckets because you got removed from the viewing of buckets. So I hope everybody also got that. Morgan, thank you again for joining. I truly appreciate you coming over, getting your monthly subscription, and we definitely hope you continue sharing. So now if I just come back to the lab and just click on my progress, I should get a green check, and we are good. Did everybody get a green check as well doing that? So we learned a little bit of IAM, identity and access management, how you can assign roles to users, how you can remove roles to users, assign permissions to each individual users. And that's how you control access to your resources in the Google Cloud, or in this particular case, one project. You can continue down the line. You see like verify access, blah, blah, blah. You can take a look at all of those. You can even use the command line. I love using the Google Cloud Shell for this. But I'll just stop it right here because we're going to proceed with the next part of this session, which is the raffle. And without further ado, I just wanted to say thank you for sticking with us, for completing labs with us. This is exactly what we wanted to do, a community event full of fun, make it very interactive, very engaging. Love the enthusiasm and the people joining. I'm going to hand it over now to the experts in the cloud. I don't know if you guys missed the Google Cloud Next. Two of our experts here had an amazing talk last Thursday, and here we're very privileged to have them. So Anna, Linda, take it away, please.
Oh man, thank you for the wonderful presentation. Anna, do you like to do the raffle?
Oh, it's time for the fun part. Not that learning is not fun. Great session, Roman.
Thank you, guys.
Let's do this. I can share my screen in a second. I have the wheel of names.
Try to share quickly
Give me a
the
minute
cloud
to
study
set up.
jam. Not yet. We cannot see it, Anna. Try to tweet.
So here is the wheel of names. We want a new one.
Yeah, try to.
And we want to import our Twitter shares.
I hope everybody tweeted, and
last chance.
Last chance. Do a last minute tweet. I think $200 is worth creating a Twitter account if you guys want. So, yeah.
Is anyone else does need more time? I think. Oh, okay. It's
13 users.
Anyone else need more?
We have more than 13 here, so.
I see 27. We had 29 earlier. So.
Anybody? We can give it a minute or two. I think we're good in time. Let's give a minute for people to join. Remember, all you have to do, as simple as possible, it's just simple. Drop a message, simple message, anything you want with the hashtag Cloud Study Jam, and you are in the raffle.
I don't know why it brought my name there. I just retweeted the people's tweets. I didn't tweet. So I'm not sure.
Saket, I remember last time you were having issues with your account. I'm glad that you solved that issue. We see your name there, Saket. So good luck to you. And good luck to everybody else who just did that. Maybe we can give it a minute or two, and then we will proceed with the
does anybody have something to add? Maybe you tweeted and you don't see your name. I actually tweeted, but without the jams, without the S at the end. So if you've done something like that.
Yeah, it has to be study gems.
It's plural because as you see, Roman led two of them. He's gonna do another ML1 next Saturday.
So Mike, try to tweet so we can bring your name in the raffle. So from the Twitter, let's see what happened with your account. Why doesn't show up? 1 second, I'm checking. Did you tweet?
I don't. Oh, yeah, he did tweet.
And his name doesn't come.
Yeah, but he tweeted. So is it the capitalization, like the
I
camel
don't
casing?
know.
So weird.
I
But
don't
there
know.
he is.
Well, we can refresh one more time.
Yeah, try one more time.
And thank you again, Mike. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, and the same goes for everybody else. We can give a minute. It's still 11:51. We always wrap up by noon, but we're trying to be fair to everybody. Those of you who joined, those of you who tweeted and want to participate. Yeah, so we'll give it a minute more, and then we'll.
Yeah, let's see if his name is there. Can you see your name, Mike?
Strange. Of course, we can manually add.
Now that we see that he did, of course, there's the proof. So let's manually add him.
Yeah.
But for the rest of you guys, make sure that you tweet it. We can even confirm it as well. But at least make sure that you've tweeted. That's the proof that you want to participate, that you tweeted.
Does
Sometimes
anybody else
technology
not
doesn't
see
work
their name or has an issue? All good? Time to spin.
Yay, drum roll.
Boom.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Let's check if our winner is located in United States.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
We have a winner.
Let's see.
Let's see on Twitter.
We cannot see your screen. Congratulations.
This is Julian. Congratulations, Julian.
Congratulations.
No way, Julian. Oh my God. Congrats, man. Oh, that's awesome.
Julian. Oh, okay.
Congrats, man. Oh,
Congratulations.
It pays off. It pays off to join our events.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Very happy for you.
Thank you.
I'll reach out to you offline so I can get your information, and then we can ship to you a Google Nest Hub Max. Not the little one, the big one.
I love how Roman always says the big one.
I know. The people know it's not the little one. It's the big one.
There is a smaller screen, and yes.
Let's take a photo group.
Let's take a photo group, everybody. Yes.
I'm inviting everyone on the stage. Please accept if you like to be in our photo group. You will have to accept the invitation that we are sending to you. So, in this way, we have a goodbye photo for today.
Oh, Julian is here. Yes, Julian, it pays to tweet. Thank you for your tweets, all of you.
I will
Thank you so much.
Turn on my camera, but
Julian, I want you to post it on LinkedIn. If people won't believe it, but yes, please do so once you receive it. Okay.
Of course, feel free to share anywhere you'd like. We make this for simplicity. Just on Twitter. Of course, your achievements should be everywhere.
Tag all of us so we can celebrate with you.
You bet I will.
Okay.
You bet I will.
I'm happy to celebrate everybody's wins, so feel free to tag me.
Let's open up the cameras. If you guys, again, if you don't feel comfortable, that's totally fine. Let's just share a moment as a community. Like the team said, thank you so much for joining. We have one more session next week. So if you join, you'll be as lucky as Paul and Julian to get a nice device, and also get a 1 month subscription or one more month subscription, and all the knowledge about the Google Cloud, which is so in demand right now.
And we have a huge Dev Fest coming up where there will be a lot of AI, ML, a lot of cloud sessions. as well. So I can post the link so you can keep going.
Okay, I'm taking some screenshots. If you can smile, make some fun in here. So be ready all. Do the GDG sign.
Let's do the GDG symbol, which is like you do this, like like the GDG logo. Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Be ready. Cheese. One more. 1 second. One more.
Look at Paul. Paul is like copy paste this one. Yeah. Ditto. Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's the other way around. 3, 2, 1. But that's okay. I took some screenshots. I'm sending it over in Slack, so you can put it in the event page. So after the event, today or tomorrow, in the same page that you joined today, you should be able to see at the top the video and the pictures, the screenshots that we took. So as soon as we have them ready.
Awesome. Again, we'll give you the rest of your Saturday back. So thank you so much for joining this morning. And we hope to see you next Saturday. Definitely hope to see you next Saturday. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
See you, everyone.
Thank you for joining.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the weekend and see you next time.